Hello and welcome to Orchids 365, and if you've been along, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of my self-watering repotting using Osmoponic pottery. So this, my friends, is called the Oasis. I'm really excited to share this one with you because it is made for orchids, herbs, tropical plants, everything in between. And this is just, you hear that? Beautiful, beautifully made. Heavy. Look how pretty that is. It's got this ceramic lid to avoid getting soil, planting media mixed in with your water. Has this just in case, this little drip cup here. Now, they have suggestions on what to use, but you know your plants best. There is the soil, there's bark, there's peat moss, and they were kind enough to put the suggestions for high moisture needing plants, medium to high. They have it on their webpage as well, I'm sure. So in this particular container for the orchid, bark is highly recommended. Okay, for the other container I did on my part 1, I used moss because it had all these open slits on the sides, and that would work best. But for this one, we need to use bark drains fast. I'm gonna put this beautiful fowl in that container and relieve her from all of this yucky, mushy moss that they come in when you buy them in the stores. Okay, guys? So, without further ado, I am going to get some of this bark. Just put some in the bottom before I start to dismantle the orchid. Just to see, to have an idea of how much I'm gonna need, because she's pretty big, so I don't think I'm gonna need too much. Like a little handful there, like a little scoop. Take out anything that I see not necessary, leaving the better pieces, not ones that I know that are going to disintegrate. I ran out of my the mix that I make that has my little packing, the perlite and all that, so I'm just gonna use this for now. Look at this, guys, it's been raining, this thing needs to get out, and look, I can just push her, she's already saturated. Wearing gloves, don't know if there's any surprises. I'm gonna just measure here. I am gonna remove all of that moss. See that? This is a perfect fit for this beautiful lady. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing the whole root assessment that I do, and it takes me a bit, but really what you do is you want to have it wet. You have a less of a chance of breaking a root, in my opinion. I mean, you can always break one, don't feel bad, but to me it's easier when they're like this, because you just massage your way in there. And I highly recommend gloves for this, guys, especially if you've had it outdoors. Yeah, you have an encounter with a little bug, and so so far so good, as usual. The outside looks green. Once you get to that core, it's probably going to be some dead roots, because they're not good with all this moisture retention. So I'm going to go ahead and keep loosening her up, and then I'm going to show you how I position her. Alright, guys, so I have cleaned her out. Look, didn't want to keep you there waiting. And usually the worst roots I found in the middle that were getting mushy, but these roots are fabulous. And let me just turn her over and brag. These are the roots that I have gotten her to grow since look at this. What a difference, right? So I'm gonna just place her here like this, see? And try to figure out, I haven't cut her spike because her spike is huge and it's still green. And you know what? She may or may not bloom. If I see that she needs it or she's stressed, I'll cut it. She's sitting pretty right there. I want to leave her roots. You know me, I like to see roots. So I'm probably going to put a wee bit more of bark to lift her up a little higher. And I think we will be set. A little handful of bark, and it has a little bit of charcoal, a little bit of perlite. And like I said, if I see anything that I don't like that's mushy, it goes. See? Now she fits a little bit higher. I don't like to have them sink in, so I'm gonna try to, if I see a little crevice. Now what I'm thinking, guys, just for purposes of aesthetics is putting a little bit of leca, because I like leca around here, you know, to fill in the little gaps, and you know, and I don't want to use any more bars because you know how I am. I just feel like I want her to breathe, and I know she'll be fine because this is pure ceramic. It's gonna stay cool. She's gonna be drinking water, but man, there's just something, right? I'm gonna go grab some leca to make her look, to finish her off real pretty. I'll be right back. So I have some laying with it here. You know, the little crevices, a little to help her stay. I'm messy. I pick it all up, use it again. But see, I think it just looks so much prettier, you guys. And I'll move the camera now and I'll show you when I'm done. Now you want to make sure when you're doing this, the reservoir top is on the hole, because you don't want to get one of these stuck where the water goes. So I have it covered. Okay. Let me see. See how pretty that looks? Now I'm gonna water it. Okay guys, I'm back, and I'm gonna remove the top, ceramic top. Me being OCD with my messes, I'm gonna use the funnel, and I'm gonna start filling up the reservoir with water. I'm doing this outside, so if I make a mess, I don't feel too guilty, but you can also do it in the sink or whatever. I'm just taking advantage of this nice breezy weather right before the stormy weather gets back. So the Oasis holds a good amount. This big thick walls. I have put 2 cups in here, and there's still room for more. So I went in ahead and I put in 2 full cups. And again, I'm not using my finger. You are going to use your eyes. So I feel like maybe later I can add more when I go inside, but I want to cover her up so nothing crawls in there or falls in there. And I think it looks fabulous. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a closer look of it. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at how pretty she looks. And I think topping it up with leca, I mean, that's just me, it just makes it all that pretty. I love seeing roots and the conditions, so I tried to keep her above as much as I could, just placing the bark mix under to lift her up enough so that if she's pushing out a leaf or anything, she doesn't feel, you know, oppressed. So she's a fabulous, beautiful orchid. Still got that greenish spike going. Who knows, maybe I'll get it to bloom, and if it dries out, then I'll cut it, but I usually let them be. It's been pushing out beautiful new leaves, and what I'll do is this is a part 2, so I will do an update on how they both are doing. Again, this is my first self-watering orchid setup, okay, for indoors. Okay, I hope that this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've answered questions. If not, I will help you in the comments. I will share the link of their products that is not yet available to the public, but soon will be. And I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day. I thank you so kindly for joining me. And take care, be kind, and let's continue to grow together. Bye.